Hello, crypto world. It's Friday afternoon, and we're going to talk about the big meeting, an important historic meeting held at the White House today about crypto. And there's a couple of things that I heard and some observations I'm going to share with you. And you can see what the market's doing, but I want to be very specific about what I heard and what reporters are saying. Number one, Bitcoin is being treated different than other cryptos. They basically said deserved special treatment over XRP, Solana, Cardano, and other cryptos. Number one. And what that means is the Bitcoin that the United States has gotten either through civil or criminal forfeiture, which is round number 200,000, will be part of a Bitcoin reserve, strategic reserve. And to give you an idea of the magnitude, you know the United States has a oil strategic reserve. The oil strategic reserve has, I'm using round numbers, $17 billion worth of oil. The Bitcoin that the United States is going to put in its strategic reserve is at the moment 15 billion. So it's a big statement. Now, the issue of whether the United States will be buying more Bitcoin is basically they're trying to figure out how they would do this in a manner that wouldn't hurt taxpayers. So there's speculation that they would sell the gold and then use the proceeds from the gold sales to buy Bitcoin, but at the moment they don't have the specifics, but they are working on it. So I'm going to summarize it this way. The U.S. plans to buy more, but it has to come up with a method that doesn't hurt taxpayers when it does it. And I believe it needs Congress to figure out how to do that. So it could be a bumpy road. Now, the obvious next question is, what about all the altcoins that have been mentioned before? Unless the United States has acquired those altcoins already through civil forfeiture or criminal forfeiture, they're not going to be in, and it's not going to be mixed with Bitcoin, but in a, I'm going to call an altcoin reserve. That's not the term. I don't remember the exact term. But think about this. We know that the lawsuit with Ripple requires Ripple to pay a certain amount of money to the U.S. government as a penalty. Guess what? What happens if Ripple says, we'll pay it and we'll do it in XRP? Then that XRP could become part of what I'm calling the altcoin reserve. I'm not saying that anybody has proposed it. I'm just saying some have speculated. Bottom line, Donald Trump has created a very crypto-friendly atmosphere. He mentioned that there will be no choke point 2.0, that the banks will be able to do business with crypto. And while I understand that the market is a little disappointed that there isn't a formal buying procedure that's going to begin, we are so much further than we were under Gary Gensler and during the prior administration. We have to celebrate. And the price, let's talk about the prices now. Bottom line, we're not going to see in the immediate future buying of any of these by the U.S. government. It's that simple. But we will eventually, presumably, see Bitcoin buying. It is not clear that we will see the altcoins. So the altcoins will be based on different factors now, other than the fact that the U.S. will be buying and the U.S. has a strategic Bitcoin reserve. But I also am optimistic that foreign countries will look at this and say, maybe we should have a Bitcoin reserve. Because remember, when the United States started its oil strategic reserve, other countries started to do the same.